Maths is all around us. It calculates time in everything we do.
Without maths, we wouldn't learn or get an education. People would never know age, and we wouldn't know the important things like global warming and overpopulation.
Time, living on Earth wouldn't have been an option, but what exactly is time?
Time can be defined as an ongoing and continuous sequence of events that occur in succession, from the past through to the present and the future. We measure time in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months and years, with clocks and calendars. A variety of these devices have been invented to measure time. The study of these devices is called horology, an Egyptian device that dates to 1500 BCE. Similar in shape to a bent T-square, measured the passage of time from the shadow cast by its crossbar on a linear rule.
So how do we measure time? With the sun, moon and the stars, of course. As the sun moves across the sky, shadows change in direction and length, so a simple sundial can measure the length of a day. It quickly noticed that the length of a day varies at different times of the year. The reasons for this difference were not discovered until after astronomers accepted the fact that the Earth travels around the Sun in an elliptic orbit, and that the Earth's axis is tilted at about 26 degrees. This variation comes from a circular orbit lens to the equation of time, which allows us to work out the difference between clock time and sundial time.
Sundials are the oldest known instruments for telling time. The surface of the sundial has markings for each hour of daylight. As the sun moves across the sky, another part of the sundial casts a shadow on these markings. The position of the shadow shows what time it is. Even though sundials are the oldest known instruments of measuring time, the longest unit is the Sumerian, composed of eons. Eons are divided into era, which are then divided into periods, epochs and ages.
Whereas, getting back to the accuracy of a clock, it depends on the clock, but they do measure time. A conventional Timken movement clock driven by a spring measures according to the time it takes a balanced weight to reciprocate against a hairspring. Pendulum clocks use the swing of a pendulum.
From using all these different measurements of time, we can now calculate the age of the Earth, which is 4.543 billion years old, and how much longer the Earth is estimated to live, which is 1.75 billion years old. We can also calculate money and global population, which has increased by 0.15 billion people in the last 4 years.
So there you have it. Time is all around us. It is basically the meaning of life and shows us how we live on this earth, and without time, nothing would be possible. Which only proves that maths really does make everything possible.
By Layla,
Kira,
Jasmine.